Hey everyone, thanks once again for tuning in. So if you saw my 200-mile review, you know I have a brand new favorite running shoe right here, the Puma Deviate Nitro. But this is the 300-mile review. How did it hold up for those last 100 miles? We'll talk about that, but first, today's featured running trail was just a wonderful, I went to a friend's 60th birthday party down in Florida, and I stumbled across this little Paracord preserve, and it was just a great run in these shoes. Take a look. Okay, well, you know, I always like to just give you the basics of this. This is a neutral stability running shoe made for road and track running. They call it moderate to high cushioning. I felt it was more moderate. It has a 10mm drop, 11.11 ounces, and that's 315 grams. It runs true to size, almost. It is a narrow shoe. I have narrow feet, which is probably one of the reasons of this whole package that made me like it so much, but be aware of that. They do sell it in a wider shoe. I gave it a B- for sustainability. It may be a little unfair, but it wasn't easy to glean just how much sustainable material and the engineering that went into this, and so for that I gave it a B-. But the great thing, the cost is $160, and that was the same as the first version of this Puma Deviate Nitro, so kudos to Puma for keeping that cost the same. The Deviate Nitro has a carbon plate similar to the Hoke One, the Saucony Endorphin Speed has one, the New Balance Fusel, a couple of the shoes like that, made to be that everyday trainer that you can take for long runs or even shorter tempo runs. But Puma features this Nitro foam, you can still make out Nitro there, that they use in the sole. And that's what's given it that responsiveness, you know, engineered with that carbon plate. So obviously the fact that I liked everything about the shoe, I'm a big fan of this Nitro foam, and that's got to be for me what set it apart from all the rest of the shoes that I've worn. As for the fit, you know, I'm going to sound like a broken record because everything I liked about it, but you know, you're starting with the toe box, and this, you know, that has the same double engineered mesh that most shoes have, but it just felt more light and airy, and you know, generally pliable. I come up to the midfoot. I like the lacing system, locked in great. I had absolutely zero issues with this tongue migration. They have a little bit of a different cut to this tongue, as you can see. It's not quite an even cut, but you know, it never slid at all, which was fantastic. With the ankle, it moved to the heel. One of the things I didn't like about the version 1 was they had these little bumper, I called them, along the inside of the shoe. They changed all that, so now it just builds up and maxes out the cushioning around the ankle collar. And then they, as far as the heel cap, you know, they put this little metal, looks like a breathe right strip, you know, and then it kind of comes in, and you can see what they call their power tape right there, and it just added the perfect amount of rigidity for it. So, you know, once I laced up on this shoe, man, it just felt fantastic. So I just loved everything about the fit. Quick word about the shoe reviews. You know, normally I always take them to 300 miles just so I can tell you how many miles you can expect to get out of each shoe. I usually do an initial review as well. I've been sliding on the initial reviews. I try to do them at 50 miles. So I got several more of these shoe reviews queued up, getting ready to go. Also, you know, Racer Nation, our goal is to do a race in every state. I'm trying to do a marathon. We want to take you with us so you can see not just the race and race courses, but we love to try the foods, the local foods, wherever we go, see the local attractions. Every place has something great to offer here in the U.S. So, and what better way to experience it than to go run a race? You get to see the city, the town, countryside, wherever you're running. And then you deserve a nice big meal and of course some nice dessert. We also do fun runs, and the next one up for me is called the Rut. It's up in Big Sky, Montana. That's coming up. It's going to be probably the most challenging half marathon I ever did, but I'm really looking forward to it. All this is to say is we just love to travel, and we're hoping other people will like to watch and also get that travel bug to want to get out and run around and to also race the nation. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. As for the ride, I mean, again, what am I going to say? My favorite shoe ever. It just seemed, no matter I was doing, whether I was just doing a dog walk with this one or out doing a tempo run, doing a long run, it just felt great. It was always comfortable, and it always seemed to have that snap and responsiveness no matter what. So I loved it. And if nothing else, at least I'll tell you, one person did listen to me. This is my wife. She also went and bought some. So at least somebody out there is listening to my reviews. As for the grip and wear, another great thing about it, and I've always said this because I've had a couple of the Pumas before, this Puma grip that they have on, you can't beat it. A lot of times I find most all grips and all shoes are about the same. Occasionally you get some that I don't like. They seem that they're terrible on wet pavement, or they just don't seem to grasp. Most all of them the same. There's only ever been two I thought seemed better than the rest. That was when I ran with the Deviate. I really like that one, but also this Puma grip, outstanding. Now as for the wear, alas, that's where the story ends. At the 200-mile review, I thought the last few miles, I wasn't sure. I thought, man, it doesn't seem to have gone flat a little bit, lost some of that responsiveness. And I will say that the last 100 miles were just not as exciting, anywhere as close as that first 200. And you can see for the wear, I'm actually starting, I've worn through the rubber cap here on the side. And really, once you start getting into the foam underneath these caps, I know some people like to get hundreds of miles out of shoes, but for me, you know, I'm a heel striker. So once that happens, I think it's really time to get a new shoe. But so everything's great about it, but the only thing is, I think you're only going to get 200 miles out of it. To summarize, I still have a new favorite shoe. I'm just not going to get 300 miles out of it, which I really expect to get 300 out of every shoe. I mean, it held up there for 300 miles. It just wasn't as exciting for that last 100. But is it worth it? Well, I guess that's up for you to decide. But other than that, it checked every single box for me. I really loved it. My wife loves them. She really does like this shoe a lot too. So Puma's got two big converts here, but you know me, I always got to try different shoes, so I'll be trying something different and posting on it next. If you have thoughts about the Puma Deviate Nitro, it's great to hear what other people's experience is. You can put it in the comment section down below. Anyways, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and get out there and race the nation.